Today I'm going to be sharing with you what I ordered from the MakseLife 2024 planner launch. I haven't actually touched anything in the box except last night I opened it just to make sure everything inside was there, but I haven't unwrapped anything from any of the packaging. But this box is massive and I'm going to probably have a hard time getting this into frame, but I wanted to show you what it looked like when you opened it. So there's this insert thing that you just pull right out that has some information. And on the inside of the box, it has a quote from Sierra, the founder of MakseLife. Ta-da! Okay, I am so excited. I opened this up right before I was going to go to sleep. Actually, maybe an hour before. After I opened it, I read for a little while. But I needed to take a peek and I saw this and I was like, oh my God, the color is so pretty. Okay, my kids will tell you this is my favorite color. But we're gonna have to unwrap all this stuff from the packaging. I'm gonna get everything out of the box and move this big box out of the way because it's taking up my entire counter. My planner. I just noticed it says welcome to our Moxie fam. That's so cute. Okay, I'm gonna unwrap all this stuff and fast forward through the unwrapping of the plastics. Otherwise, it's too much crinkling noises. Ooh, this box is nice. Okay, I saved this a teal, light teal A5 folio for last because I wanted to see what it felt like. Oh my gosh, this feels so nice. Why am I whispering? A little piece of plastic to protect the closure snap. This is so nice to touch. Again, I'm still whispering. This is the nicest thing I've touched, I feel like. Oh my, and this is a strong magnet. Hold on, let's see. Styrofoam. The inside of this. Oh my gosh, it's like a fabric-ish material, guys. Let me see if I could bring this up to my mic so you can hear. And it very lightly has a pinstripe that's the same color. Let me see, I'm gonna put this up to the camera. Can you see that? So cute. Ooh, and this is a lot more flexible than I thought it would be to reach in here and get to these pockets. Nice. Pen loop. All right. So at the end, I'll show you what I want to do with these because I did not get a companion notebook set this year, even though I'm in the companion notebook system for my MakseLife for 2023. For 2024, I obviously got a flagship because that's what is in this box. I picked up a dot grid notebook in this beautiful purple color. So cute. I think it's going to look nicely with the planner I picked anyway, even though this is a cover option color that came out not cover option. This is a notebook color that they came out with way before this launch. So this is not something new to the current launch. They do have other notebooks that are in different colors. I didn't get any of those. I got this one because they actually came out with this one after I did my order last year. So I'm gonna put that to the side. This is a freebie that they included with my purchase. I think it needed to be $75 or more. So it is a reflections notebook. I filled this out last year. They had a 2022 reflections notebook, and I believe this is exactly the same as it was last year. I actually found it extremely helpful to go through this. Around this time of the year is when I like kind of started to go through this and reflect a little bit on the past year. And it helped me so that when I did finally sit down to like work on my goals and figuring out what my goals were going to be, it just made the process so much easier. I don't even know if I did my letter to me. I'm gonna have to like find my reflections. I'll find mine from last year. So a little reflections notebook. I'll probably stick this in the back pocket of my flagship. It came with this card talking about Club Moxie. It's a community that you can sign up for training. If you don't know, Sierra Friend is a licensed life coach. So she came up with this Club Moxie. I think it's been like 2 years already, but I haven't signed up for that yet. Maybe at some point I might. I got myself some mini sticky notes, and I will show you my plan for what I want to use these for. But there are so many sticky notes, I don't think I will ever use them all up. I definitely will probably have enough for this year and next year. I got the pastel. These are the pastel colors, so they're not as dark as the other version, the more lighter tones, because I like more lighter colors. I'm not very like bright colors. And the habit tracker sticky notes. There is a habit tracker in my planner, but I got this for something else. Because I also use a daily planner, and I want to use these, and there's like 60 in here, and this will be good for like at least the entire year. I can reposition this every day in my daily planner and list out what my habits are for the week and then move this around with me. And I did that earlier in the year. At some point I was using like a sticky note. It wasn't like this, but I made my own on a post-it note. I did like a habit tracker and moved that around, and that was very helpful so that I wouldn't have to like repeat writing it over and over again in my planner what habits I wanted to do that day. So I wanted to do this because then I can just pull it out, fill it in, and that will like move with me. Since this is my MakseLife planner is going to be more like a my goal system, obviously, but also the week pages are going to be for journaling. I'm going to be seeing this cover for the first time. Oh, and it's in the bubble wrap. Let's get her unwrapped. It's so nice to touch. Why am I? You guys, this is so funny. I keep whispering. Oh my goodness. The cover feels amazing. And wow, this cover is kind of thin too. It's a lot thinner than I thought it would be. And yeah, the I don't know if the camera can pick this up, but the background is not white. It's like it's like a greenish. I wouldn't say gray, almost like a green gray. It's nice. I love it. It's so pretty. Eek! Okay. This quill is not that big either. It is not that big. Um, let me show you my um my content planner. It's a monthly planner that I got from Plum Paper. And this is 15 months. And it's on a hardcover. And that's why I was like, wow, this cover's thin because this hardcover on this Plum Paper is dang thick. Let's see if the camera can. I was not planning on doing this. You might be able to tell from that angle, like how much thicker that hardcover is on the Plum Paper versus the MakseLife one. But look at the coil. And well, did I also added like some notes pages in the back. My content planner thing has a bigger coil than the MakseLife. Nice. I was absolutely a little concerned about how big this coil would be. So let's open her up. This is my first flagship planner. Well, this year for 2023, I'm filming this in October of 2023. Scoot this over. I am using the companion notebooks. This is my Q41. You can see these are what the companion notebooks look like. I stuck stickers on here for dates because these come undated, and I bought their coaching tip stickers and I stuck those on here because these don't come with those either. But this is what I'm currently working through. I got to finish this up for 2023 and then I'll move into this one. Ah, the inside. Oh my God, this flower is, I forgot about, well, I forgot, but I didn't forget. That was just, oh my gosh. It's so pretty. Look, wait, look when you open the planner and like you're looking at, look at how you can see like the edging around. I know like Amanda's Favorites, if you ever watch Amanda's Favorites, she talks about how when she picks her cover, she likes to see what the cover looks like from the inside. Like this matters more to her almost than the actual cover because this is what she's going to be seeing most since she always leaves her planner open. And this is so pretty. I love how like there's a peep of the cover showing around the edge. So nice. So here's the layout I got. I got a horizontal. I love the font and how big these are. See how the habit tracker that's in here looks almost like these sticky notes? I think it's like the same exact size even. Okay, if you've never seen a MakseLife planner before, I'm going to just quickly show you. And I blew past the fact that it has a bookmark ruler. It says today. I will definitely be using it to mark where I'm at in the planner. And this pops in nicely. Very easy. So at the beginning of the planner, you always have a section for your goal setting right after the name page and like the information about MakseLife. I will be rereading all this information, even though this is the exact same information that was in their 2023 planners. Definitely something like I will reread over and over again, but they have like instructions on basically how to use the system. So you can, if you've never used it, you can grab it and like these pages will explain everything that you need to know about the system, including like how to fill out the compass assessment and all that good stuff. Intentions page, you fill this out in the beginning of the year, how to set goals, how to write goals basically, and explaining the different types of goals. My favorite types of goals are the maintenance goals. These are the things that I have to make sure I get done. Most of my goals are like self care related. There are things that I know that I've already developed a habit of doing. If I do not do those things, like if I don't do it maybe one day, it's not going to matter. But if I just like completely fall off and stop doing it, eventually it will catch up to me and I will start to like feel more stressed out. So a lot of my goals are maintenance ones. The stretch goals are basically those really big goals. Usually when you think of the word goals, is that's what you think of as like a stretch goal. I don't have very many of those, and it's recommended that you don't have too many of those either. But this basically just explains what all those are, and I appreciate Sierra so much for explaining that to me because before using MakseLife, I didn't ever really use a goal setting system or even really think too much about goals. But when I did think about goals, it was always like stretch goals sort of things. I never had something to help me keep track of my progress on how I'm going, and this has really like helped me with that. And if I don't use the system for a little bit, I feel a little bit lost, I guess you could say. Like I might be off track, but it's really easy to jump right back in and kind of see where you are and keep going. So I love that this system is very forgiving. It's not like you have to use it all the time. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents on it since I've been using this. I started using it in 2022. I got it in the beginning of the year. I used it for a couple months and then completely put it aside. I had got their inserts and I punched it for discs. This is my first time using our flagship for 2023. I had the companion notebooks like I showed you earlier. So I'm really excited to be in here. The main thing that got me to go back is the fact that they switched to a coil, and this cover was like, I have to have that cover. It's way too pretty to not have. And I was like, I don't know what I'll do with the week pages because I don't use their planner as like my main. I don't have a weekly planner right now. I don't use a weekly planner. I found out that at this time in my life, an actual weekly planner by itself, it's like too much. But using my daily and then setting up some kind of like a week thing in there is what's working right now. So I was like, I'll just journal in here since journaling every day helps me when it comes time for me to do my MakseLife weekly reflections at the end of the week. If I don't journal during the week, I can get to my weekly reflections at the end of the week and be like, what the heck happened? I have no idea. I don't have anything to look at other than maybe my planner to help me remember what happened. Because I don't know about you, but I just don't remember everything. And sometimes I remember the things that were bad that happened, and I don't remember the good things that happened. And then the bad things overcloud the good things, and some reflections end up sucking, for lack of a better word, because it just got, overlooked because I didn't write it down. So I want to use the weeks in here for jotting down like everyday things that happen so that I don't feel like the week goes by and like nothing good happened or just bad stuff happened. That way I can accurately reflect on how the week went. I just quickly flipped through some of these without saying anything, but these are the areas of life. MakseLife has 8 different areas: personal, fun and recreation, work and learning, family and relationships, health and wellness, spiritual, financial, and physical environment. So that's like where you put your annual goals. I honestly, what I did last year was I used a notebook to I think I did it in here, actually. I think I did it in the back of in these pages back here. That's what I did. It's exactly what I did. I used these pages back here to brainstorm what my goals were going to be for 2023. And then from there, I transferred it over to this one because in the companion system, you have a different book that pulls out all the goal setting pages in here and where you're going to put your annual goals. So that's what's once I brainstormed in here, then I transferred it over into here when I officially was like, okay. And what I did last year, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to do it this year too, is I did not start my goals on January 1st. For me, my new year is, I wanted to correlate with the Chinese New Year, which happens a couple weeks into the new year. It coincides with, I think, the first full moon. I think that's how it is. And last year, I think it was like the 20 something of January. This helps a lot. At least it helped me a lot last year because we all know the holiday season can be kind of nuts at the end of the year with it being Christmas. Usually, I am traveling and visiting with family. And for me to start, goals like at the very beginning of the year, it just that doesn't make sense for me because I'm usually coming back home from being away a couple days after the year started, and then I need like time to decompress from my vacation, and I don't want to just dive into goal setting. Like I would just want to sit on my couch and just blah to decompress from all the peopling. All my introverts will know, or if you're highly sensitive and you just like when there's just way too many things happening, way too many interactions back to back, you need time to decompress. So, long story short, for me, long story short, for me, I will be starting my goals um, with the first full moon, which I'm going to have to mark in my planner because it doesn't have like the Chinese New Year listed in here on January, unless it's not happening in February. Oh, holy smokes, you guys! Lunar New Year is on February the 10th this year. How is that possible? Really? Huh. All right. I got a whole lot of time then to start my goal. So January is going to be a free pass for me to really, really nail it down. All right. My only goal in January is probably going to be to set my goals. So the way the system works, if you're not familiar, I'll tell you real quick. The annual goals, you write them down. So then what you do is when it comes to the month, you have a section for your January goals. Like each month, you have a section for those month goals. To figure out what your monthly goals are, you are supposed to look at your annual goals. So every time I sit down to figure out what my goals are going to be for this month, I go back to these pages in the front with my annual goals and pick at it and see, okay, what am I doing this month that's tied to my annual goals? Then, once I've got all my monthly goals filled out, when it comes to the weekly actions, figuring out what I'm going to do this week, I reference my monthly goals and break down these into what am I going to do this week. So with the sticky notes, my idea with the sticky notes is this. These would be fantastic for planning out in advance tasks. Like if you have a project that you want to complete in January for something and you have the brain power at the start of the month to break out like 4 or 5 weeks worth of tasks, like this is what's going to happen in week 1, week 2, week 3, then you could easily just use these instead of breaking down the individual tasks here. You can write them on sticky notes so that match the color of that area of life. And then you can pop that sticky note onto onto that correlating section and it'll live there so I can set them out. So if it's something related to like spiritual and growth, I could pull that out, stick it on here, and then like put it again over here. Let's say every week I want to read like a chapter in a book that's related to personal development, then I could stick that on there, or 5 chapters, whatever it is. List like pre-plan it out. Or if I have one week where it's like a little bit too busy and I'm not going to have enough time to read, then I could designate ahead of time like this is how many chapters I need to read this week, this is how many I should read the next week, and so on. So you could do that mental work ahead of time to break out the tasks for whatever the monthly goals are into weekly action steps, and then you can use the sticky notes to like pre-plan it in advance so that when you do flip to that um, when you finally flip to that week, you don't have to really think as hard. You almost already did a little bit of the work when it came to breaking down these monthly goals into steps. I hope that made sense, but that's really why I got the sticky notes, because they're color coordinated and it just like helps my brain. It'll help my brain wrap around it um, easier, I guess. So once you're done with the monthly goals, you flip to a reflections page and then your first weekly actions. This reflections page is meant to be reflecting on the week that just passed. So this is going to be a reflections page for the week before. I actually have found that sometimes reflecting, um, I don't usually do the reflection here because this is also around the same time where I would have done end of the month reflections. So for December, for the end of December, I probably would have done the end reflections, which I'll show you what that looks like. Here's the monthly reflections. So at the end of the month, you'll have a monthly reflections page. And what I do is I will forego doing a weekly reflection for that week in lieu of completing my monthly reflection. So let's say, okay, So for this week of January 22nd to the 28th, I will do my weekly actions and then I will flip and I'll see, oh, it's time to do monthly reflections. And then I'll come over here and I'll fill out my goals. And then this page over here is technically supposed to be to reflect on the week that just ended for the 28th. But I would have done this. I typically skip this page and don't do this one because sometimes it's too much reflecting. Sometimes I don't mind it, but sometimes it's a little bit too much reflecting for me. And this is about as much as I can do. I can either do this or I can do this. Sometimes it's too much to do both. And I hope that made sense. But that's just how I've done it this year, and that's what's worked well for me. As you can see, the coaching tips are already pre-printed on the flagship, which is another reason why I wanted to use this one so that I didn't have to worry about doing that and messing with those stickers again, because every quarter setting up my planner, setting up my companion notebook was a little bit of a chore because I had to not only date the months because those are undated. I also was dating the weekly actions pages and then sticking the stickers on here. And it was just a lot. I was like, you know what? I just want it all done for me and it'll be fine. So here I am. As you can see, there is a little bit of color on the month pages. I know this is like me flipping back and forth and all over the place. And normally I don't do videos like this. I don't know why I'm doing this like that today, but here we are. Um, the January page calendar has it's like a light blue behind the numbers, and then for February, it's got like a pink, and I think in March it's going to be green. Yeah. So the monthly spreads have a little bit of color on it that sort of coordinate with the time of the year. And like there's a shadow over here because there we go. What was I saying? Okay, every month it kind of coordinates with like that time of like the season. So this April one looks like kind of gray. Yeah, this April's a gray. May is this yellow, which I'm actually not a fan of the color on here, but it's very subtle. So I will live with it, especially because this is just my goal setting planner. I don't know if I will use these pages for anything. June is this, I think this is like a teal, like a light teal almost. This one's a blue. August is like a purple, very light purple. September is a gray. October is like an orange. November is like a teal. December is a red. Okay, and then the back, there's extras. Oh, look, and this is cute. This is so cute. The extras page has the calendar for 2024 and 2025, and they've got the month colors on it. This looks so pretty. And they are Sunday start, and then there's a couple of notes pages back here. They're all line notes pages. And then there's a pocket folder in the back, and I will show you where the compass assessment stuff is in a minute because every quarter you're supposed to do one. Those are pocket folders, a double pocket. This feels very similar to the one that's in the companion notebooks. It's like a slippery material. I have no idea like what you would call this, but it feels like it's could be waterproof. Obviously this paper part's not waterproof, but this feels like it's like a watery like if I splash something on here, it would wipe away fine. Got a sheet of stickers with a bunch of like color coordinating things for the areas of life. And then there's a pocket back here, a pocket folder thing to fit some stuff in there. But every 3 months, so there should be one right here at the end of September. Yep, there is a monthly reflections, and then I have the quarterly compass assessment thing right here on just like one page, and then there's like a notes page there. So every 3 months there will be, so at the end of June you'll have a monthly reflections and then you'll have a quarterly compass. Normally it'll just be the monthly reflection and nothing else. So there's like an extra page added in here, which is cool that it's like line notes on the back because you could use this for more reflection space. That's what I did in the companion notebook. Wait, is this the one? Oh, it's not the right one. But in the companion notebook, it has the, how does it have it? Let's see. This is not going to be filled out, but yeah, it has it. Wait, what am I thinking? I'm thinking about this, the way I did these monthly reflections here. When I ended the month, hold on, let's see. When I ended the month, this is just at the end of the book. What I did at the end of the month for September, I did my reflections and then I used this to also reflect on the month. But in here, I'm not going to be able to do that because there is not, go to a regular month. Yeah, there's not an extra notes page alongside it. Yeah, there are no extra notes pages unless since I don't typically do reflections for the week on here, I could use this one to do additional month reflections. That's what I could do if I felt like I needed it. This past month, actually, in September, when I did my September reflections, that was the first time I did like an extra reflecting here. I might have just been in the mood to do reflections. So, anyway, all right, that is the flagship. And let me go ahead and get my books so that I can show you what I want to do with the my folio over here. I put this off to the side. I'm gonna stick it back in the box. This box is so cute. Let me grab this, and I'm gonna need this baby, and I hit my mic. This baby. I gotta go find the rest of the companions for this year. Okay, so let's see. See the 2022 reflections. So this is the set that was last year. This is the set. And then this year they came out with two more colorways for the companion notebooks. And I think the companion notebooks also now have ribbon bookmarks in it, which is awesome because what I've been using right now is just like a magnetic bookmark to mark where I'm at in my weekly actions. This is just a notebook I have with notes. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit all of these things in here, but what I wanted to do was I wanted to put all of my notebooks from this year so that I could have it all together in one spot. That's the other reason why I wanted to do the flagship this year, because it kind of got a little annoying that I had everything. Let's see, what order do I want to put this in? Do I want to put it in? I think I'm gonna put the oldest towards the back and the newest one in the front. So this is the one. I have a sheet of stickers in here stuck so I don't forget to use it. Let's find the middle of the book. I think right here was the middle where I ripped out a page because these have 5 weeks every I don't want to bend the stickers. Okay, there's that one. I could probably, you know what? I probably can take the sheet out and stick it in here. Let's see. Let's see if that will fit. It will not fit. It'll fit like this, maybe. Negative. Hmm. Nope. I'm afraid it's going to be. I don't want to mess up the stickers. I'm going to move it off to the side for now. I'll stick it back in there later. And see. after I get it all in here. All right, so that one is the current one, which is the one I just finished. I think it was this white one. Was this? Let's see. Nope, this is the January. So this is the first one I did. Duh, it says it just begins, so that's what I would have. Okay, let me pull this out. Wait, this is the very end. That's wrong band. This has to go back here. Okay, that was January. This must have been, yeah, this is spring because I used that color because I said that this felt like a springy color. Okay, this is about halfway. Let me stick this in here. Okay, and this one we just finished. Yeah, this was July. This was my summer. This one I didn't fill out as much. It was intentional, kind of. Okay, I'm gonna use this as like the midway point. Let's see. Oh no! On camera, guys. I'm gonna have to let MakseLife know that the rubber band broke. They will definitely replace that for me. Well, that's a bummer. So this is where this would go. That should not have broke. It just happened. And I think it just wasn't in there all the way. I saw some fraying from right here. I wish I could like tape it with something, but I feel like nothing is going to matter. So that's would go there. Kind of wanted to see how this would work. Wow, this is kind of heavy. Can I fit, let me see if I can fit my goals in here with it. See, this is not going to sit right because this thing's like not attached the right way it's supposed to be. All right, let's see. This, I guess I could put this, I wonder if I could tuck this back here. I'm just trying to see how much I could shove in here because I want to try and keep like the entire system together. This does not fit in that pocket. So that's good to know. Actually, I might be able to stick just the back page. Wait, let's see. Can I just slide this? Maybe I should have shoved that in there before I stuck the other stuff. Well, that's a bummer that the snap bar that broke. That should not have happened. Let's see. Yeah, this is like way too snug for it to try and shove in here. So, in case you guys are wondering if you can do this, it's gonna, I mean, I might be able to get it in there, but I don't think I'll be able to get it out. That's too tight. So that's not gonna work in there. Let's see. I probably could, let's see if I could fit these in here. Because it's like a card slot. These would be really good for like actual cards, like credit cards or whatever. I don't know if it'll close with those sticky notes in there. It will. But let me see. I'm not going to be able to keep this annual one in here with my goals unless I just keep it in here loose. Because I know I can't slide that. I mean, if I couldn't slide it in the back, there's no way this is going to slide in the front. Well, what do you know? Hang on, it's actually going in. Okay. But then this would not be okay there. which is fine. I wasn't going to keep it there anyway. I wanted to keep all of this together, which they're not keeping together. Look at how much room there is for, let's see how a pen will fit. So the pen, let's see. Let's grab one that I've been using. I've been like obsessing over this one lately. Let's see. Because it's got a little grippy thing. Oh, yay! It's definitely big enough that it's not like getting caught on there. So that's cool. If that can go in there, that means most of my pens should fit in there because I don't have anything, I don't think, wider than that. Oh, this one's got like a grippy thing too. These are from Rytec. They've got like a grip, squishy grip. And even that's really easy to get in there. Hallelujah! I have a issue with pen loop thingies because, I like having grip things, and most of the time they're so small that it doesn't even fit it. So that's good to know. Even like a Pentel Energel. Oh, look, it's almost matches. It'll slide in there really easily. And then if I close it, there's room. You can see where the pen is. Obviously, these books are not staying where they should because the strap broke. But this feels really nice. It feels so nice. So nice. This magnet is like super strong. I'm like, I can see that there's magnets here and here. You can see, I don't know if the camera's picking it up. There's like a little circle indent. You can see that they're there. And then um like pushing this thing closes. It's definitely strong, so it's not going to pop open. I don't think I could fit any more books in here. Although, yeah, I couldn't stick another. If I stuck something else in here, it would need to be. I mean, I may be able to slide that thing in the back, but like I said, I would have to take these things out and see if I can slide that in there like I did this. Maybe I can push it. It's like, it feels like it wants to go halfway and then it kind of gets hung up. Uh-oh, now it feels like it's stopped. Like it cannot fully get in. I'm being really rough with this, guys. Yep, I'll have to play with that off camera and see if I get it in. Once I get it in there, I am not getting it out. So yeah, I'm kind of annoyed though that the thing broke. I hope that doesn't happen to anybody else. I hope that was just like a one in a like 1,000 or 2,000 orders or something. Or hopefully I was like the only one that it had happened to. But I'm gonna have to take all these things out anyway because um this is not gonna work. Yeah, it was like completely, this one was completely frayed. Okay, well, other than that little bizarre thing, I am really excited about the order. I definitely, I'm not sure how I'm going to use this notebook, but I figured I liked their notebooks. This one doesn't have a back pocket, but the dot grid, I'm not really a fan of dot grid either. I prefer line. I'm one of those people. Let me know if you are, like, you want your notes to be dot grid or lined. I prefer lined. I don't know if it's just because like that's just what I've always used, and I don't know, dot grid's still too new for me. If you place an order for MakseLife and um, you picked up like a planner, which I'm assuming if you placed an order for MakseLife, you picked up a planner for 2024. Let me know in the comments what you got, what cover you picked. There are several options. I know that some of them have sold out already. I'm really happy with my choice and my cover, and I can't wait to start using this. I can't wait to start diving into the 2023 reflections here soon since it's already almost mid-October. I need to get started on reflecting and yeah, wrap up 2023 so I can start working on my goals for February 10 uh to start. Who else is with me? Who wants to do that too? Anybody else want to be anti like let's not start goals at the very beginning of the year and let's give us a little bit longer to ease into the year. Maybe just do maintenance goals, not work on anything new. That's probably what I'll do is just carry on whatever is continuing working right now and stay away from new things until like February 10th. How about that? All right, if you're new here and you haven't subscribed yet and you want to see more planning videos like this, make sure you subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.